Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ryan Weber here at fittynomics.com. Today I'm sitting with Drew Gallagher. Drew Gallagher is one of the main inventors behind a new supplement called Lipokarv. So Drew, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and talk a little bit about what you do.
What's up? So I am a fitness model and actor, and I have created a natural product called Lipokarv. Basically, I spent the last 3 years training with all of the top trainers for film and TV, as well as the bodybuilding guys, like the Olympian trainers and Olympic trainers and Olympic athletes, whether it be MMA fighters or professional athletes. And I wanted to find out the difference between what was healthy and what looked the best, what was the most functional, and find a way to make sense of all the information out there. So with that, I started to notice how, what worked for some people artificially, what worked for some people naturally, and if I could get the same results from something naturally, and from the training that I like to do and I'm comfortable with, that other people get from all of their various types of exercises. So, and in my fitness modeling, I didn't want to have to make it my world to watch every little thing I'm doing, have to be in the gym 3 times a day. So I wanted to find out where I could cheat and where I could kind of skate by with some things. So that's what brought me here.
Yeah, nutrition and feeling your body is probably one of the most toughest things, along with knowing how to apply it and having the willpower to apply it. What you choose to put in your body can definitely make the difference. So you've got a new supplement. I've heard great things about it so far. Why don't we talk a little bit about how you kind of got the idea for Lipokarv, and then after we do that, we can go into some of the main ingredients and how you guys came up with the formula and how you plan to go from there.
Cool. Well, I got into Lipokarv because I was training down at Gold's Gym Venice, and I was training with an Olympian. I was training with a world champion, Mr. Universe, and I started to question every guy I met, every fitness model, every cover model. And I do stuff like Nike and Adidas, so I don't need to be jumbo, huge Jay Cutler, but I do need to be ripped, and I do need to have enough muscle to where I can look manly and strong, yet fit into my t-shirt still. So I wanted to see what kind of supplements were out there, and I started getting into going to GNC or going to nutrition shops and places like that, and see what. Some things seem like they were going to make me a big freak, and other things seem like they're going to make me, just super skinny. So I didn't know where the truth lied, and so I started investigating. And I started with pre-workout supplements, and I started to kind of question each ingredient, and I started to question and see the success that people had with those ingredients, and I kind of just started to get a sense for what products and what ingredients did what, and so I kind of chose my shape. I wanted something to help me build muscle, I wanted stuff to help me have energy, and I wanted stuff to help me burn fat. So I kind of went that route, and I saw what was natural and what was artificial in doing each of those things. So when I came to the conclusion that I wanted everything to be natural, because I wasn't concerned about just the short-term gain, I wanted the long, healthy life, life extension approach.
Great point, right.
So what I did is I went to LA Urban Fitness. It's the supplement store that pretty much all of the guys at Gold's Gym Venice go to. And I started picking up individual ingredients and seeing what they did for me. And I noticed that most of the products on the market, even like a Jacked 3D, they're going to give you a whole bunch of arginine to vasodilate you and give you that pump. But in the same dose, they're going to give you a ton of caffeine to constrict your blood vessels. So you have this, expand and contraction, and in the end, you just end up with a strain that I kind of confused for a pump for a while, and then you have that really, nervous system amp feeling and jitters I didn't like.
Sure.
So I started to just pull out every ingredient and find out exactly what the clinical dosing was. Because most of the products on the market will put, 100 ingredients into a bottle, and they expect that the littlest bit of this ingredient will do what the ingredient does best, but it's not the right dosing. Right. So if you don't have the right dosing, it doesn't matter. So that's kind of how I started messing with supplementation and actually becoming aware about what is on the market and what the bottles read and what the products actually are.
Sure.
So
there's definitely a lot of confusion as to what does what. A lot of different companies, everyone has their different ratios. 5-to-1 ratio, 4-to-3 ratio, or their proprietary blend. Which sometimes maybe just a way to kind of hide what's really in there. You have the amount of milligrams and stuff as far as the ingredients, what's in there, but it's not broken down as to how much of it's in there, and maybe some of the things really aren't even in there. You also hit on something else that I'd like to talk about: natural. Natural is definitely the best approach. You said that you're looking for more of the long-term longevity. To someone who's big into health and fitness, myself, my friends, my family. That's really what it's all about. You want to be here for the long haul. You don't want to just all of a sudden get in shape and look good for the short term or the temporary. It's about being, longevity, staying in the game. So with that being said, I'm liking it so far. What ingredients did you pick for Lipokarv and why?
Okay, so there's a lot of ingredients and products in the market that can just deplete the body. And on the scale, you'll be 3 pounds lighter in 2 days. But it's because you've been in the bathroom, 12 times, and you're dehydrating all of the water, not just from your skin, but also from your organs. So when I went to choose what I wanted, I wanted something that most people, the majority of the masses needed. And the #1 cause of death in America is heart disease. And that is based off lack of exercise, but mainly a poor diet. And excess fat, and all this excessive fat being stored not just subcutaneously or intramuscularly, but also in the organs themselves. So I said, all right, the first thing I have to do is create something that is going to help people burn fat. And it's also the most important thing aesthetically. People would rather be skinny than be fat but have muscle. Right. So with that being said, I wanted to know what ingredients were actually proven to not only burn fat, but do it in a natural way to where your body will work. It'll work with your body as opposed to just dumping something in your body and hoping for a result. So what I did is